All right, guys, we're back. Today we're going to be talking about uh, being your authentic self while still having social skills to not, you know, be a socially awkward person. But disregarding the social awkwardness, we're trying to concentrate tonight on the authenticity because we think that's a big thing. Um, we got to lay out. I want to go straight to some questions. Babe, can you share a time that you felt that you had to hide your true self for the sake of others? What did you learn from it?
That's good. Okay, so one time that automatically comes to mind, and I say one time because this is not who I am now, but there was a time that I would not want to wear my hair down. Like, I'm known to have beautiful long hair, right? And apparently that made people feel uncomfortable that didn't have it or had to wear weave. So they would say certain things, they would do certain things. And so I wouldn't make them feel away or say certain things to me. Oh, I didn't want to wear it down. I didn't even want it to be known. Like, I used to pin it up and bobby pins and just real talk. I really didn't want it to be known that I had long hair because it made others feel uncomfortable. I mean, I know that now. At the time, I didn't know that's what it was, but I knew I didn't want to wear it down.
You just knew at the time it was bad energy. Now, let me ask you this question: Are we talking about the early 2000s before sew-ins, before the modern ladies start getting sew-ins? You okay? So you talking about when ladies were going to school without edges?
Without that new
Man,
squiggly stuff or baby hair. Is it
yeah,
baby?
yeah, yeah.
Without the baby hair and all that
Because
other
the
stuff
ladies
that's
now
going
can, you know
on.
what I'm saying? Praise God, you know what I'm saying? That basically all ladies' hair can look the same. You know,
But I'm talking about a
I'm
time
saying,
where it couldn't. When
yeah,
it couldn't look the same,
yeah.
where you had to actually, if you wanted your hair to be long, you had to spin a bag for it to look good and look natural. We're talking about a time where freeze curls and stuff was, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of the weaves. I got to
You,
fighting at school. Like, real talk, I moved to Huntsville, Alabama, and got to fighting at school because this was a time when girls, you know, when they used to do the rolling in the ponytail and put it in the microwave and stuff with that type of stuff, I can do my real hair like that. Or the bob ponytails and I can do my real hair like that. And a girl fought me because I said, no, it's really my real hair. And she wanted to beat me up because she thought I was lying because everybody wore a weave. You see what I'm saying? So though to me, those are times that I had to dim my light. And what I learned from that is at the end of the day, you're gonna still be you. You can't stop being who God created you to be. So as I grew, as I learned who I am, I didn't stop being that person. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't stop having hair. And this is just an example. I didn't stop having hair. I just had to embrace who I am and learn that what I learned was me being me and loving who I am. If it made you uncomfortable, that's not on me. That's on you. Yeah.
um, okay, so as an adult lady, woman, as an adult married woman, have you experienced in your adulthood anything, a time that you didn't feel that you might have felt low energy from a certain people or insecurities? You know how sometimes people project their insecurities onto you and or others. You know because maybe they sometimes people mistake confidence for arrogance and or for anything else, you know what I'm saying, that's not a positive. So have you ever had any of those type of experience? And I'm talking about in your adulthood.
Absolutely. You can go to certain places, and we can talk about, like, I'm not even gonna talk about church or anything. I'm talking about going to clubs. You go to certain environments, certain parties and stuff, and you just or certain events, and you just being you, and you can see people snurring their nose up and whatever, and you decided to dim who you are. You know what I'm saying? And it makes them feel better. It makes you more approachable to them. I learned to just stop going to those type of places where I have to damn myself.
Yeah.
If I have to go to a if I go to a club and I'm standing out and it makes people feel uncomfortable, this why am I even there? Why am I there? Like, why am I here? I want to be around other women that's vibrant and loving themselves and vibrating high. You know what I'm saying? That feels good in who they are and know what they bring to the table and know, in their gifts. So yeah, I have experienced that as an adult. Um, and I don't now I choose not to go those type of places. And when I go places where there's other people, that's just as unique, different, beautiful, vibrant as I am, I embrace them. I don't feel insecure, and I still don't shrink myself. You see what I'm saying? Because I think a part of shrinking yourself could be insecurities. So yeah,
Yeah. And or the wanting to pander to other people, and that's just not my thing. My personal experience has been like I think I was born with a superpower because I could never not be me. You know what I'm saying? Like even if I get beat up when we was young, I wasn't really like a outlandish kid that did anything weird or anything like that. But as far as feeling like I had to suppress my true self, you know what I'm saying? But for others, I never felt like that. But as I got older, I did realize that, oh, they ain't really like that. And so, since I never, I was always, whatever I was, authentic. You know what I'm saying? Rather, I was,
yeah,
open and honest. You know what I'm saying? I'd been beat up, and my hairline left early, and I mean, all type of. I never felt a way about. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I'm not a lady or anything like that. And so that is crazy to me that ladies would receive each other, and that's always been a thing because always a competition.
yeah.
And I don't mean no harm. Like whether it's understood or what I'm saying, that unbeknownst to her that she might be feeling this weird energy towards you because it might be something that she lacks thereof.
But I also believe that being authentic, like when somebody can, like you said, like, hey, I received, my hair was receiving, I got beat up, or whatever the case may be. You were being you. You were authentic to you. You were true to yourself. And that right there is a uniqueness that you embrace, right? And when you embrace that, it's attractive. It draws other people to it. But it's hard, I would think. I don't know because I'm authentic. But if you would try to pretend to be something you're not, post something that you're not, because we're in the days of social media and you're doing that and you're trying to keep that like that seems to me it sounds draining. It sounds low vibrational. It sounds like you're lost. So I think when you're true to yourself, when you're authentic to yourself, when you know who you are, it gives you a certain power. You know what I'm saying?
Um, Before we move on, I wanted to. I remember I didn't ever want my son to have low self esteem. And so I always told him, and I think I ruined him for the best. But even against myself, I told him, because Grand Theft Auto was out, but before he started going to school, I said, and he was playing the game, and I told him, look, man, all the other people, they just avatars, and they not even real. Don't worry about them. And he really didn't worry about what nobody think. Like you can catch my son will be in Walmart right now, filming his latest YouTube video, not caring about the person who's watching him, hearing what he says. He just don't care. And I love that about my son right there. But unfortunately, I've lived my life like that too. man, I promise y'all don't even exist. Y'all ain't even real to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm real to me. My wife is real. My life is real to me. My micro dot of a circle, if you know what I'm saying, if you can call it a circle, because you know what I'm saying, the people that, you know what I'm saying, I'm involved with, you can just take a pencil and just one dot, and there's my whole circle if a dot is a circle. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so I've learned to be comfortable in my own skin, and I think that's just the best way to be. I couldn't imagine being unauthentic. The best thing that you can do is remove your presence from people. So if you feel that you can't be yourself with said person and or said group of people, man, removing yourself is a beautiful thing. It can really be a beautiful thing to remove your
Mm-hmm.
presence. And if you had a presence, it'll be felt. If you had a presence, it'll be felt that you removed it.
I think everyone brings a uniqueness to themselves. They have their own unique story. They have their own unique light. They have their own uniqueness. And when you don't embrace it, when you don't embrace all of you flaws and all, you allow yourself to float low. You know what I'm saying? You allow yourself to not be empowered. You allow yourself to not live in your fullness. And as far as, and it's funny that you say that, because I love you and I live with you and the major, but people who don't live to their fullness, people who don't embrace that part of them, it's like, to me, I don't even see, like, I don't, like, when you say they don't exist, like, when people is immature, the nonsense, the foolish, I don't even see them. Like, I don't even, like, I see it, but I don't see it. I
I
don't
didn't.
even address you. I ain't got time for you. Like, girl, you stay there. I hope you get to where I'm at, or you vibrate, or mature, or grow up. But like, I think it's sad because everyone's supposed to. You should embrace who you are.
I didn't mean
Everyone.
it to sound cold like that. As if humans don't exist. We all God's children, and I love everybody that's just in the world. Period. Right now, I pray for the world and everybody in it. But as far as what I have going on and what I have to focus on, I can't focus on your insecurities. Now, that's a great segue into this question right here. How can a person recognize that they're placing their insecurities onto the next person? Is there any ways that you think? I know it's a loaded question,
Mm-hmm.
but and take your time. But do you think it's any way that a person who might be doing this, who might be projecting their fears, projecting their insecurities onto another person, which it might come from lack thereof, and or I seen her flexing like this, I seen him flexing like this. He think he all that. You know, my uncle them taught me to say, "No, you think I'm all that."
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even bring up all that.
Right.
You feel me?
and and,
Shout
and
out
that's
Uncle
and
Neil.
that's how they should be able to identify themselves.
Mm.
When you they didn't say none of that you're thinking, you need to stop yourself. Stop yourself and think about what you're. Did they say that, or is that what you're feeling?
Even if you can't
Did
stop
you see
yourself,
that?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Did you see that, or is that like what is it? Like, I feel like self evaluation. Do a lot of self evaluation, because if you are a person that find yourself saying that they think they this, or she thinks she all that, or they better than, and I did a personal video speaking on this. Like, if you're one of them type of people, check yourself. Do a self evaluation, because why do you feel that way? Because that's projecting, is it not? If you're saying they think they better than me, did they say they think it better, or this what you feel? Why do you feel that way?
If if I initialized in my mind that you feel this way about me without you being said that, without us having that conversation, if I say, well, it's just the way she act towards me, it's just the person, it's the attitude she give me. You didn't have that conversation with that person. and and maybe you should check yourself. Now I could be wrong because that sometimes, uh, you know, things do go unspoken, and you can sense energy, and maybe she did have bad energy towards you. You see what I'm saying? Like that is a thing.
I
Intuition
definitely
is real.
think it's real that some people may, um, have, I would say, terrible fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like they may feel or this and that, but I think that percentage is very low. I think it's very low because most of the time it usually is someone projecting their feelings and their emotions on someone. But there are occasionally times that, hey, she actually did have a bad attitude toward me and thought that she was better than me or looking and judging me or, whatever the case may be. I wouldn't know. I don't operate in that. But if there are some, I believe there are some realistic, what I'm saying, to that. So yeah, but it's even if someone else is, it's okay to do a self evaluation and check yourself to make sure that you're okay.
Now, I got two more questions, and I'm gonna let everybody go. Like, subscribe, and share the video. Don't forget, guys. Now, and I'm hitting you on the spot. I didn't even tell you I was going. We didn't discuss this question. What is the cost of shrinking yourself for someone else, and uh, the self esteem aspect of it? What is the cost of shrinking yourself?
You lose your power. You lose your empowerment. You lose your self worth. You start believing because when you start shrinking, then you're changing your mindset of who you are. You lose confidence. You lose self worth. You lose your empowerment. So those are the costs, and you don't want to use that. You lose your uniqueness. You're called to be unique and different, but now you're going to shrink and you want to be less than what you were made to be. And now you're losing that power. You lose it. And you then, when you lose the power, you lose your confidence. And when you lose the confidence, you use your uniqueness. Now you just look like a low vibrational person who just trying to get by when you should be vibrating high and living above and being who you're supposed to be and living in confidence that's attracting all the others and inspiring. But now you don't inspire, you just you know, that's what I think. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I would think that
That
you lose.
that sounds like that costs too much.
It does.
Yeah,
It costs you. And why would you want to lose you?
yeah, yeah. And you didn't have to water down all that statement by saying you don't know, because it sounded like you were very sure with that answer. I got a mental health research shows that authenticity is linked to 20 to 30% higher well-being scores. I also got the impacts of self-esteem. Studies show that people who suppress their true identity may experience up to 25% decrease in self-esteem. Yeah, so I
And then,
insecure about what?
and now you're operating in comparison.
Competition.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, comparison is the thief of joy. Um, Now, I wanted to talk about weight insecurities for just a second. Now, because we're going into self-esteem, and we're going into you being insecure. Now, it's 2025, and it seems like a lot of the big girls are super secure. Is it a reason for the big ladies to be insecure, long as they still healthy, long as they still healthy with good blood pressure and everything like that? Should is it a reason for them to water themselves down? Because a lot of the big girls got great personalities, and you see what I'm saying? Should they be insecure?
No, you are what you think you are. That's just the truth. And if they think they're beautiful, they think they are, and most of them are. They're
Yeah,
beautiful not because of the typical she's skinny and she this and that. They're beautiful because of their confidence. They're confident in who they are. They inspire other people. They you know what I'm saying? Like it's just different. You can find a pretty skinny girl with all of what they say is beautiful, right? And you can have a big girl next to her. But if that person that's skinny and she doesn't feel and know that she's beautiful and you see it, but the person next to her that's the big girl and she knows she's beautiful and she feels that she's beautiful, it's just gonna hit different. And so that's another subject. I would say that's why you
yeah,
got so
yeah,
many people altering their outside appearance because I don't know because I'm not a person that, but I would think that a person who alters, does the surgeries and the bleaches and all this stuff is just their insecurities approaching their outside appearances. But I don't know because to his own. Yeah.
I do think that the the number one investment you can make into yourself is health. And but besides health, if you're healthy and you know what I'm saying, you enjoy being a bigger person, male or female, I just think you should you know what I'm saying, be cool. But now when you talking about the people that are unhealthy, I you know what I'm saying, I think they should be healthy. And I don't mean no harm, but if you can't wear a halter top this summer, you know what I'm saying, like halter tops might not be made for uh like big stomachs, and so that would make it. But no, but I'm going
I'm
into
sorry.
false insecurities. False securities. You see, like delusions of grandeur. I don't have a six pack and great pecs, and so I just don't walk around with my shirt off in the summertime. Like I'm working on me. I'm working on myself, I'm working hard. But since I don't got a desirable looking frame, I don't just walk around. You see what I'm saying? Flaunting what I don't got and saying that that's your problem that I don't look good. That's your problem that you don't think I look good. No, man, it's a fact that I don't look good with my shirt off.
Okay, so
What about that?
okay, let me say this. I think healthy and being healthy and fit is two different things. You can be a big girl and be healthy, right?
I done seen big girls
And
that
flexible.
can wear
And you can
little
be
halter tops.
and you can be a skinny girl and not be healthy. Let's just be,
That's the
clear.
fact. Yeah, that's the fact. Yeah.
My goal and what I'm going to continue to work towards is to be healthy and fit. Fit is I want to look and be able to feel, you know what I'm saying? I personally have nothing against the big girls who wants to wear their belly out and wear the too little clothes. I have nothing against that. Be confident in who you are. Does it scare me? Yes. It is scary. It's very different. Like what in the mirror, when you looked in the mirror said that I am fit to do this and your stomach was hanging down here. Like that's scary too. I must be distant, but I'm not against it. I'm not against it. I fear that like that's a different type
I'm
of
talking about the mental.
confidence. Yeah, that's a different type of confidence. I don't even know
That's
if that's
false
is that
confidence.
really confidence
It's
or is
false
it delusional or
Yeah.
is it like what is? I don't know what that is. I don't want to know what that is. I'm gonna be distant and stay away from what that is. But be you, like be confident, love who you are. I'm all for that, but yeah, that's different.
Um, so to wrap it up, because I would love to actually go into guys too right now, but I was trying to do a short. I was really trying to do a short segment on this, but let's just wrap it up.
They be delusional just as much as women.
the- uh,
They be just as delusional. Like what? Why? Why did you do all that workout at the top and your legs look like this? Don't what? Why? Okay, I'm not gonna do that.
Short story, really quick. The last time they used to do it was before the raffles. They used to stand in the line for Jordans, and so I might have been because I was losing my hair earlier. I might have been like 25. I'm in the Jordan line. I don't know
You look
if it
great.
was Foot Locker or whatever, but I I had got a haircut, and my hairline was way back here. Okay, I didn't know no better.
I don't know. You look good with a bald head.
Look,
I love
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, that's cool. I'm telling you about what a time that I realized what was going on. You know what I'm saying? That I was wilding out.
Yeah.
Okay, and some kids was a couple, you know what I'm saying, people behind, a couple rows of guys behind me, and I heard them laughing and giggling. I turned around and they was pointing at me and my edge up. And so the next day, I got my hair cut. I called G. Shout out to G. Garland. And I got my hair cut bald. And they said, "Oh man, you look great bald." It was like your hair was made for a bald.
Awesome
Well, I had went bald
Sexy.
so fast. You know what I'm saying? To praise God that God had gave me a good bald head to be so I could have some confidence because I wasn't confident anymore. I had a false sense of confidence with my edge up because I thought I had the best barber in the world, which I mean, G is the best barber in the world. But I was wilding out. And I'm glad that I was able to catch myself, like, you know what I'm saying, appreciate the fact that these young guys are laughing at me and pointing at me. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that's different. I think that was a little bit of denial. These people sometimes, and not to just
Denial
change.
is horrible.
Denial is horrible with anything
Denial is
that you need to
horrible.
make change.
I should have been
and
had
you
cut
don't
my
want to
hair.
embrace that change because change usually outside of what's familiar is a sign of growth, right? So I think that was just a sign of growth or for you, whatever was going on. But I think delusion is different. Like some people be like how you didn't see that? You looked in the mirror and said, what? To make you go out like that.
I had looked
Like,
in
you
the
know what
mirror
I'm
and
saying?
said, "Whoa, I'm pushed back," but
I'm talking about the big stomachs that's hanging over, and you got the halter top on and the little bit of shorts, and you see, like you didn't see, like I don't know what that is. You see what I'm saying? I think that's different than what you experienced. I think when you look in the mirror and you just got these little bitty shorts on, your stomach hanging over, and your legs look like that, and all this other stuff is going on. Like, are you delusional? Are you blind? Is there scales over your eyes? What is going on with you to make you feel like that? That's the part for me that's real different, and I just want to stay away from because I don't think that's the same as my hairline pushed back a little bit more. I just think it's different.
yeah, that's psychological work.
Mental.
All right, let's go ahead and try to end it. Any advice for anybody dealing with not being an authentic self and or feeling like they have to dim their light to be around a group of people or the homeboys, the homegirls, anything like that? Anything? Do you got anything on self-esteem? People dealing with self-esteem. Do you got anything to end with?
Just be you. Embrace you. Love you. Shine as bright as you can shine. If you're around people or places that make you feel like you have to shrink, dim your light, then distance yourself from those places and people.
Removing your presence is big. You good?
I'm good.
All right,
And that's
guys.
major.
That's all we got. Watch this video right here, and that's major.